All right, friends, we have in studio with us the wonderful, the beautiful, the magnificent, and the oftentimes a little bit giggly Emily Duma of Hatch Realty. So, Emily, good morning.
Good morning, Eric.
Good to have you in studio with us. You, my friend, are about ready to give birth. Is that a correct sentiment?
Yeah, it could happen like right now.
That would be very strange. No. How far along are you?
Well, we got 4 weeks to go this Friday.
Wow. So any moment, you and your wonderful husband, Aaron, are expecting your first child, boy or girl?
It's going to be a little boy.
And have you thought of the name Erik?
You know, we've mulled it over a couple times, but we're still thinking.
Okay. So I'll take that as a no. Emily, I love having you in studio with us. I love having you in my life. And you are a realtor with Hatch Realty. Give the listening audience a taste of what it is that you do on a daily basis.
Well, I am a buyer's agent, so I specifically just work with buyers that our team brings on. I love my job. I get to give people keys instead of taking them away, so that's always fun. And my job's different every day because I work with all sorts of different people.
And you are dynamic, you are energetic, you are absolutely talented, and so we trust giving our clients to you on an everyday basis. But Emily, as you got into real estate, what is it that you were doing previously? Because it wasn't always real estate.
No, it wasn't. I've always kind of been in the business of helping people and customer service. I was actually in the bar and restaurant industry for about 10 years before I got into real estate.
And people would know you from Mezzaluna. They would know you from Usher's House.
Yep.
And you had quite the following there.
Yeah, I did. I met a lot of really, really great people while I got to work downtown and be part of that community. So I miss them.
Well, Emily, it is so cool having you on our team. People have to listen all the time to me talk about the real estate market. And that is, well, I'm sure it's great for like my wife out there. And everybody else is like, yeah, that's enough, Eric. Can we hear from somebody else? And so we wanted to bring you into studio to talk about the real estate market as we see it. You and I are both working in the business here. And so we maybe have a little bit of different perspective. So if I were a home buyer right now and I sat down with you, what would you tell me about today's market? How would you educate me on what the market is like today?
Well, Eric, I would say Fargo's definitely still experiencing what they call a seller's market. So, you know, if you love a house, you should go for it as quickly as you possibly can.
Why is that? Help me understand a seller's market, Emily. Does that mean that as a buyer, it's the wrong time to buy?
Absolutely not. There's just there's still a good amount of inventory that's going on, but with the demand being so high, there's so many buyers out there also looking at the same house that you're probably looking at.
Gotcha.
So the competition can be pretty fierce, especially around spring and summertime. So, you know, right now is actually an amazing time to start looking for homes or getting serious if you haven't already.
So with winter now going to happen any day, you're saying that it's an amazing time to get into a house. Why would that be?
It is, especially, you know, there's different types of financing out there available for buyers. For example, FHA financing, which just tends to be a little bit more particular than conventional or some other different types. It can be the difference of you getting a house when it comes to springtime, and you'll be able to get into something without that competition and be able to find something that you can afford.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head. Again, those of you just tuning in, Emily Duma with Hatch Realty in studio with us. And there's less competition right now than what we're going to see in the spring.
Yep.
If a buyer is out there thinking that they need to take advantage, now is the time because interest rates are stinking low, aren't they, Emily?
Yeah, absolutely.
And less competition. And yet, if you're a home seller, you're still going to get top dollar for your house. And most of you who are selling a house need to buy as well. And so there's that opportunity as well for you to move on up. But Emily, you've worked with Hatch Realty for how long now?
Gosh, you're coming up on year 3.
It's two full years entering into year 3.
Yeah.
And you're one of the top agents in town. So we're elated to have you on our team. What's different for you working on a real estate team as opposed to what we covered at the top of the hour, working as an independent agent? What's the difference for you and for the client?
I mean, you nailed it. It's our team. It's what makes us strong. Working together and having the leverage of all my different amazing team members really allows me to be as good as I am at my job. So it's not just one single person. It's everybody coming together. to make it happen.
That's charming.
Yeah.
Emily, help me understand this. If somebody wants the opportunity to work with you or with our team, what is that unique thing that sets us apart, or what is it specifically that's a tip or a trick that we can help our clients with so they win in a competitive market?
Well, one example of something that we use on the buy side of the transaction would be maybe what they call an escalation clause.
Okay.
And that's something where if you're in a competing situation, just kind of gives you a little bit more leverage on the buy side of things and can really help your offer stand out amongst the others.
I love it. Emily, how often do people actually compete in this market? Are they fighting for a house every time, part of the time, or none of the time?
I would say a majority of the time.
And that's a specific price range, though, right?
Correct.
And what price range is that?
Single family homes under 200,000, you're going to be probably fighting tooth and nail for it. Mm-hmm. If it's in decent condition and if it's priced decently, you're gonna be in competition more than likely.
So I think you're spot on with that, Emily. Here's what I heard from that is if you're a buyer, you better get aligned with somebody who's a fighter like Emily Duma to get them in your corner so you can learn those tips and those tricks so that you can get the house that you want. Now, if you're a seller, we can navigate and get you these multiple offers, especially if your home is priced, I'd say probably under $250,000. We should be able to have it move really quickly. Of course, price and condition and location all play factors into that. So as we move forward with this, Emily, what's your prediction for 2016? Similar to what we saw in 2015? More home selling or less home selling? What do you think?
I think going into the new year, I think we're going to see a similar trend as we did last year, too. I think the demand's still going to be there, and we're still going to see this growth continuing to happen in Fargo.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right on with that, Emily. We're going to go to break here in just a second, but thanks for joining us. And people, if you're listening and you want to work with the wonderful Emily Duma, all you need to do is go to livefargomoorhead.com. You can connect with her, see how wonderful she is, and my gosh, you're going to be in great hands. So, Emily, congrats on your baby. If you name him Erik, I'll give you a raise.
Okay, done. Maybe a middle name.
Yeah, perfect. Hyphenated, yeah.
Yeah.
Emily, thanks so very much. In the meantime, folks, go to livefargomoorhead.com and find out what your home is worth. This is Real Estate Radio with Erik Hatch.